Hey guys, it's Tyler's Tech Reviews here, and I'm here to review the iPhone XS to see if it's still worth it in 2022, okay? Now let's just look at the design of the XS. I mean, look at the design, look at the back. Oh my lord, I do love it. The back and the sides, the stainless steel sides. The only issue I have with the design is just the scratches and the fingerprints you could get in the back and on the sides as well. It's still it's my favorite Apple iPhone designs of all time. I must say, I'm willing to go that far to say it's my favorite. And let's just get started on the price. Well, you could get this from Amazon and eBay. Obviously, Apple does not no longer sell these phones anymore, not even refurbished, I mean. And yeah, it's just, you can get it between like $300 to $400, depending what storage variation you get. And the storage is, you can only get 64, 256, and 512 gigabytes for this phone. So the max as well. And the colors is gold, silver, and space gray. Those are the color variations you could get as well. Now, sorry, my phone unlocked on me. Let me see this real quick. Okay, let's go on to the display. Look at the display, man. It's just so stellar. I mean, it's a it's a 458 pixels per inch, 5.8 OLED display. I love it very much. You can see the color variations, very clear, and yeah, I mean, if you're an average user, you can still get this phone. I don't I don't really recommend it though, because the battery life. Let's talk about battery life. The battery life is not amazing on this phone. Let me see. It's just not. It's kind of not good. Like, I used it 2 hours. I mean, I don't use it that much, but when I have used it, it's really not great. My battery health, however, it's 100%, surprisingly. However, like I said, I don't use the phone like that, but it's really wonderful in this. And it could also go up to 625 nits. That's really not that much. That's kind of the downsides of this phone. The brightness is not that good. If you're outside a lot and go on outdoors activities, if you do hiking or whatever state you live in, I personally would not get this phone because it does not perform well out in a very, very sunny environment. Even me, I live in South Florida, and sometimes I take this out, I'm like, yeah, it's really not that great. However, let's talk about the specs. Runs the A12 Bionic chip, and it runs smoothly. It's runs smooth, nothing wrong with it here. It still loads stuff pretty fast, you know. It's runs smooth. 4 gigs of RAM. iPhone doesn't really need that much RAM though. Just how well optimized it just really does not need as much RAM as people think it does. Now let's get started on the camera. Okay, now the camera shoots 12 megapixels on the back, this one and this one, with image stabilization. And then the front camera shoots 7 megapixels, which is not impressive. And it can shoot 4K 60 on the back, and it only can shoot 720 on the front, which I do not like. So the front camera is really not that great. The back camera, however, is wonderful, but the front camera is just not great whatsoever. It's just not good. And yeah, pretty much. It's really not a phone I would probably recommend though, because it's not really, like I said, it's really not a phone I would recommend to people. And and the software runs iPhone. Let's check. It runs iOS. I said iPhone. iOS 16. It runs pretty smoothly. It's very fast. Like I said, it runs things very smoothly. I like it very much. And yeah, and the last question, is it really worth it in 2022? I would say yes and no. The the good thing about this one is the display, like I said, 458 pixels per inch. That's wonderful. The only bad thing is the battery is just not that good, and it gets hot sometimes. And the front camera, if you do a lot of vlogs and you do your front camera, it's just not impressive. It's just not impressive at all. And yeah, you know, and plus the display, I mean, not the display, the design is kind of outdated too, considering this phone, iPhone came out 2018. It's not, you know, it's not really modern per se. It's just, you know, it's not like the iPhone 13 or the iPhone 14, for example. But like I said, for the average consumer, this is not a bad deal at all. It's a good phone. It's not bad at all. It's very wonderful. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this phone, really. It's, you know, not bad. Battery life, and yeah, pretty much. And yep. That's all I have to say about this phone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. I'll try to put out 3 videos a week if I have time, if not 2 at the least. So yeah, comment which iPhone you guys have this year, you know. I want to know what kind of iPhone you guys are using. And yeah, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.